Hello. Check, check. What's up? I just had to start a freaking new live stream because for some reason I got kicked out of it. Just like this. This is the second time this has happened. And it just completely kicked me out and would not let me restart. So, yeah. Wonderful. Wonderful stuff. Anyways, I was getting into the energy gels. I'm just going to keep going. Keep rolling. Oh, well. I'm going to have to cut that. There we go. Orange. Let's get the mixed berry here. Alright. And I'm not even going to cut the lemon and lime one open because I just... hey, Dan. Good. You made it? Good, good, good. Just getting ready to start all this stuff. Start tasting everything and, you know, got everything open. And then boom. Got kicked out of my own live stream. Gotta love YouTube, man. That's definitely not something on my end. That's something on their end. I don't know if I like hit a time restraint or something like that they've started or what. All right, we're going to start with these energy gels. I hate these things, but I'm going to try them. Taking one for the team here. I really would prefer just to get the liquid out. All right. There's one. That's the orange. Let's see how it is. That has the flavor of one of those, like, push pops, like the popsicles that you got to push out of the plastic. Like one of those that's completely melted. That's what that tastes like, an orange one. The artificial orange is not strong at all. You know, they could use natural orange to flavor this, and they decide not to. Cognac? Really? Huh. Interesting. Xanthan gum. TBHQ as a preservative. Okay. So there's the orange one down. Let's go with the we'll go with the lemon lime next. There's the lemon lime. It's kind of clear looking, but look at that. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it. Do you see that oil slick on top of that thing? All right, here we go. Down the hatch. Okay, now that does kind of give me like a lemon lime sherbet kind of vibe. The flavor of it, it's not bad. The flavor's actually pretty decent. I don't like those gelatinous, like, I don't know, clumps of stuff in this. So here we go with the mixed berry. That's got a lot of raspberry going on in it. Mainly, that's the flavor I'm picking up on, is raspberry. It's not bad. But, you know, believe it or not, I think the lemon lime was probably my favorite flavor. It was definitely the most intense flavor-wise, and it made the most sense in my, like, taste buds. So, the exact opposite of what I thought was going to happen. I thought the lemon lime was going to be my least favorite of the three, and turns out it's probably the best. All right, next on the list is going to be, what am I going to try next? I'm really eyeballing these because they're looking, I mean, they just look really good. They're making my mouth water. Barbecued corn nuts. Very similar to the seasoning that you would find on a barbecue potato chip. Kind of sweet, sugary. Stupid cat. Really. Just tore up my stuff. It does have like, I could really go without some of that sugar that's in it. Super crunchy, obviously corny. Not quite like a Frito, though. Not that intense. A lot lighter. I don't know. I feel like they kind of dropped the ball here. They could have certainly used a better barbecue flavoring on these. I'm not saying it's bad or anything. I'm just saying, like, I've tried probably 100 different barbecue chips, and there's a lot better seasoning out there they could have used on these. And I think maybe it could use a little more seasoning as well. Something I will say about this energy gel, I got a little bit of it on my finger right here, and that stuff is ridiculously sticky. My goodness. Next, after the corn nuts, let's go with this makes the most sense. Look at that one. No cheese in that. Just a little pretzel boat going on there. All right. Cheddar cheese pretzel, or better known as combos here in the United States. I ain't been eating stuff like this. That's really good. Those are tasty. That cheese is just exploding with flavor. The pretzel is really nice. It's like almost like a tender pretzel. It's not super, super hard or anything, which is a nice change from what I thought it would be like. Usually when I eat these, they're at least 10 years old, 8 to 10 years old, so maybe that's why. Oh, yeah. Super fresh. Fresher than any I've had from the store, even. Like, they're nice. They're not, like... They're pretty soft in comparison to other ones that I've had before. Even store-bought. Huge thumbs up on those for me. Like I said, I'm not used to eating that right now, so... It's really nice. I want to mix a couple of these with one. I mean, it works. Combos are just too good on their own, though. Seriously good. And I've already had one of the almonds. That's what I... Even the almonds are fresh. Got a nice tender bite to them. Surprisingly. Usually almonds are like too hard for me. I'm not a huge fan of them when they're really hard. Those are easy to eat. They got a really nice bite to them. Almost kind of like a, if you've ever had raw ones before, how they have that like um, kind of a tender, meaty kind of bite to them. You almost get that a little bit with it. It's nice. Yeah, these might mix well with the almonds. The barbecue and the smoky. That's not a bad flavor combo. Those almonds are killer. And the smokiness really enhances the flavor of these. I mean, even the corn flavor. Really, actually that's not bad. I would recommend that if you have those two to try those together. Mm. Notice what forecast is trending for more really? Canadian smoke, huh? All right. There's that big old fat veiny almond. The biggest peanut in there probably. The big old peanut. One little piece of walnut. Some raisins. Grab a couple of them. Not enough raisins in here for my likings. And I'm not going to eat the M&Ms with it to start with. I just want this. Yeah, that's how I expect an almond to be. Mm-hmm. Dark peanut. I don't know if it's like extra roasted or if it's like nasty. Could go either way. Excuse me. Let's find out. I would say extra roasted. A little more peanutty flavor. There's one other piece of walnut I see. There's a little tiny piece of walnut. Oh, I guess we do. Well, no, that's a piece of walnut as well. There's another little tiny piece. I was looking for another. There's only one hazelnut in the whole thing. So there's our pan-coated chocolate discs. Here we go. Two of them. 2 raisins. And peanuts. Almond. And some walnut. There we go. Everything but the hazelnut. It's definitely a mouthful. You know, all those flavors do mix pretty daggone well together. Sweet, the nutty, all the different textures, the slightly fruity bit that comes in with the raisins and the nice chew from that. But when it overall mixes all together, the chocolate is a good compliment, honestly. Usually I don't like them. Today it's working for me for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's where I haven't been eating this stuff. got something to do with it. But the M&Ms are hitting the spot. Which I'd say these are brand name M&Ms without the M on them. Right? They sure taste just like an M&M. And I've had a lot of knockoffs, and they never taste like an M&M. You know what I mean? All right, it's Cranberries' turn to make an appearance here. There's that one I had earlier right there. Wish these were osmotic, but here we go. Fruity. Chewy. Obviously cranberry. Now that. Let's mix it up. Put some cranberries in this mix. Yeah. See? Needs more raisins or something. I like that. That really does something for me. Chewy fruitiness. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of the cranberries, whether they're osmotic or not. And those are fresh, too. Really tender. Easy to eat. Nice carbohydrate boost. Wash it down with a little bit of this insanely red fruit punch. It tastes exactly like Hawaiian Punch. Like, I swear they powdered it and put it in a ration. Not like I consume Hawaiian Punch on a regular basis. I drank it as a kid. But that's what I remember it tasting like. I'm going to go straight to the orange. May as well. Let's see. Yeah, this one really doesn't have that tang effect. A little bit, but not like a straight mimic tang like I've had in other orange drinks from Rations. This one does remind me of like an orange popsicle. Not the kind in the plastic tube, though. The kind on a stick. That's what that tastes like. On this stuff, expiration date, 2 months ago. Well, not expiration, but Best Buy. Or inspection date. Alright. No. That's the mocha one, right? This is the chocolate. Chocolate. It smells fantastic. It really does. It's kind of a stiff one, really, for a first strike bar. Sometimes they're more gooey, sometimes they're more bready. I would call this one more on the bready side. Give it a try. You know, by this time right here, they've really made the first strike bars better than they were at one point. But if you go back to like I don't know, early 2000s, those first era chocolate bars. Something about those. It was like that creamy, like almost like a cocoa beverage powder made into a bar with rice, with the little puffed rice in it. You know, that is so good, so good. They're not as good as they were in the beginning, but they're a lot better than they were like from 2012 to 2015, 16 in that era, because they had like this really boozy alcohol quality to them back then that they don't really have now. All right, mocha. Very, very coffee-like. I forgot about this, man. I'm going to run out of battery before I get that fixed and tried, so just know, Elandil, I'll be having that tonight. Check out Elandil's channel. Go back to that other live stream. There's a link if you want to pick up your own Moors. Dude's got a killer deal on them right now. Killer deal. And look at everything you get. Everything you get, there's 3 energy gels up there, and we're minus an applesauce and 3 drink mixes from being everything out here. I'll tell you what, that's got to have some caffeine to it. There's a lot of coffee going on in that. A lot. It's even kind of got a bitter, like, flavor to it. It's good, though. Really nice. My fingers are all sticky. It's like everything's sugar. All right, some blue drink or grape. Wash that down. Super weird. I mean, I guess it kind of tastes grape, but it kind of doesn't. I don't even really know what to call this one. It's weird. It'll quench your thirst. I happen to kind of like it, but it doesn't taste like grape to me, really. I don't know. All right, caffeinated. Chocolate pudding. Very gelatinous. Very much so. All right, there you go. Caffeinated chocolate pudding. Huh. Okay. It's a little weird. I'm not going to lie. It's got to be the caffeinated aspect of it. It has to be. It's kind of got this really weird initial like flavor shock, and when I can't explain it. I don't know. It does something to your taste buds. It's not really like a describable flavor. It's like a mouth feel or something. I don't know. It's really weird. Minnie, go on, honey. All right. Well, applesauce. Well, this is the cinnamon applesauce we got here. And really, I mean, it just kind of looks like applesauce to me. Oh, I can smell the cinnamon on it, though. Wow. That smells strong of cinnamon. I don't remember there being that much cinnamon in this. I mean, I've had the cinnamon's applesauce before, but this is strong. I mean, really strong. Kind of reminds me of like a... Well, I mean, it reminds me of apple butter. This would be fantastic on some salty crackers or something. Oh. You know that's how I'm going to eat that. I'm going to go find some Ritz, which are not good for me at all. And I'm gonna dip my Ritz. Oh, I'm glad that didn't spill. Dip my Ritz in there. Yeah, last live stream I had a huge spill. My cat knocked over almost a whole cup of coffee. It was awesome. Loved it. The air is not kind to these at all. So if you're not going to eat it all immediately, which I mean I kind of left that one out a good while, it's best to throw it back in its package like this, or it'll get a little weird. Those things smell awesome, especially that mocha one. All right, one more of these nice, tender, yummy. God, those are good. And these two mix together really well, too. Yeah, the smokiness of that really does enhance that barbecue a lot. Really, really good. Terry A. Davis? Are you talking to me or somebody else? Because that doesn't ring a bell. All right, unfortunately, I'm going to have to I think I had... No, I didn't have one of these export A's. I'm going to have one of these export A's that came from Trucker tonight. Not vintage, but definitely quality. A Canadian matchbook here. I got a lot of junk food left over. A lot of junk food. I mean, we're talking like probably 3,500 calories worth. Well, probably not, because I didn't make up all the drinks. Probably 3,000 calories, close to it, worth of stuff that I had out here. A lot. And I've been fasting every other day. I've lost about 15 pounds so far. I did actually get on the scale and see what I was weighing. It's working for me right now. Doing the intermittent fasting is, I don't know. It's been working. Yeah, these export A's are decent. Well, you know, they're definitely decent. They are a strong cigarette. They're not harsh at all. Not even all the way down. Oh, Dan, you taking off? Time to go, guys. Brunch time. Oh, nice. Have a mimosa. uh, association with him. He looks familiar. Looks familiar. I will say, I was pleasantly surprised by a lot of this stuff, because a lot of stuff that's out here, like those corn nuggets, are usually kind of less than impressive. Those ones, I think the freshness for me has something to do with it, and I think I get into this conversation every time I end up having something that's, to me, this is mega fresh. This is like as good as it gets for me when it comes to ration items, unless it's something international. And usually I get international stuff that's like a year or two old. Not always, but usually. Down to 10% battery, so my charger is not working. Absolutely not at all. I'll tell you what, hang on. My son left his charger here. Let me try it. It's not as long, but oh, well, crap. The new iPhone must not take a lightning cord. Crap. Well, this thing's like Type C to Type C. Huh. Same on the block. Oh well. So I think I finally made up my mind. I didn't even know that they made these iPhone 14 Pluses. It's going to be lacking a camera and something else. It's like one of them's a macro camera, which would probably be kind of good for what we do. But the price difference is like $400 right now, roughly. I think, especially for I want to have some storage. So, foreign smokes. I've just been lucky enough to have a lot of people send me foreign smokes. I just had some confiscated from someone. I don't know who. I don't know. I don't know what the package was. This is a package containing contraband tobacco products bearing your name and address was intercepted. The agency has determined you ordered and sought to receive these contraband tobacco products from international sources that ship their products through the U.S. mail. These items are non-mailable and subject to seizure and forfeiture. Literally nothing about who, what, where, when, nothing. I have no clue who sent what, which kind of ticks me off, because obviously I would like to thank whoever and I'm like, I'll never know now. And I'd be willing to bet you that wasn't the only thing in that package. Like, most of the time if somebody sends me something, it's not just like a pack of smokes or something. So I don't have a clue. Yeah. I mean, I've found some here and there over the years. Salty Croc Collectibles just sent me an amazing assortment of 90s, I would say, like late 90s packs, maybe some late 80s. And the presidential pack, which is awesome. They had some, I've seen them that also say Air Force One on them that were literally on the plane, and I think they did stop that in. Yeah, I don't think they stopped that till like 76, I think it was. Oh yeah, it sucks. Fred, there are 15 to 60-second posts on YouTube. I picked up 300 followers doing them. Oh, shorts. Yeah, I've been thinking about doing shorts, man. There is now an AI program. I've got to get a new computer. There's now an AI program that you can download, and you put your long-form videos in it, just like my live streams, whatever. I put my long-form live streams in there, and it'll break it down into 30-second, 1 minute, however long I want it to, clips of stuff that happened. And it does it and adds text on the screen and all kinds of stuff and makes the shorts for you. If you put you could put, I don't know, a 30-minute video in there. You could put a 2-hour-long video in there. But it'll crank out 10 shorts in about 30 seconds to 1 minute that you can post. And it'll tell you what the chances are of it going viral and all kinds of stuff. I've got to pick up my YouTube game. I've got to. But I've also got some other stuff going on right now that I've kind of been waiting on the housing market to crash, because it's happening. It's literally happening right now. And over the next 3 to 5 months, I fully expect that it's going to be like a bubble burst, just like before, just like 08. I know everybody's like, it ain't going to be like 08. It ain't going to be as bad. Well, first of all, it's already happened in the commercial zone with office space and stuff like that. It's already happened. But all these high-risk loans, look, right now, if you buy a house that's $650,000, $700,000, you're going to put down a down payment on a $700,000 house. You're going to put down like what? Roughly $100,000, roughly. Then you're going to have, I think the payments on that's going to be roughly $5,000 a month, 30 years. Okay, those are all rough numbers. The actual number, if you were to buy, I'm going to use $700,000 as the number. If you buy a $700,000 house right now, over 30 years plus your down payment, you're going to have about $1.6 million in purchasing that home right now. Interest rates are about 7.4%. Things are out of control. And they know it. They're doing this stuff on purpose. So out of the 15 largest central banks right now, out of the 15, 87% of them are currently working on a central bank digital currency. My generation is the generation that's kind of stepping up and running the country right now. There's no way we're going to allow this to happen. I know they think we are, but it ain't going to happen. We're not going to allow central bank digital currency to be invoked in our lifetime. That, if they want to fight, I feel like that's probably where it'll happen. Because then you're screwing with people's ability to put food on the table. You're screwing with people's labor, what their labor is worth. You're screwing with everything. And if, God forbid, knock on wood, if they were able to do something like that, then they have full control. You want to go see your grandma that lives down in Florida. Well, they put a restriction and a ban on traveling more than 100 miles. You go outside of that 100 miles from wherever your home location is, wherever they ping your cell phone, because they'll use that data too. They ping your home and they say, you got to get gas halfway there, right? Or you somehow load up enough gas cans over time and haul them all with you. You go outside of that and try to get gas, they're going to say, nope, your card doesn't work here. Your money's no good here. Go back home. We are in a world of hurt right now. Like I have never even, I would have never even dreamed of most of this stuff 5 years ago, 7 years ago. AI has taken off literally like a rocket or faster. The amount of growth, the amount of change, the amount of scary that comes along with that is growing exponentially by the day. It's very easy to ignore these things and to not pay attention. I highly recommend nobody does that right now. Yes, it's going to stress you out, but I highly recommend voicing your concerns, your opinions, and your, even if you're for it, voice that. If you think, but if you're not, voice that as well. Don't be quiet. Gold dipped a bit in the last 30 days, but it's on the rebound. I don't think gold is going to go below 1800 ever again. I don't foresee it. The economy crashes, it's going to go up. Yeah, Chusik. Unfortunately, I have to agree. And there's so many people that are asleep to the real facts of what is happening right now. The real concerns that we have about our own country. Let me say this. The last thing we need to be worried about is the Ukraine. I'm sorry. The last thing we need to be worried about right now at all is any other country other than our own. We need to fix our stupid before we fix anything else. Because, I mean, if you were to give us like a school letter grade and base that on intelligence, we're having an F across the board in every subject right now. We are doing the dumbest things in history. We're repeating history that failed. That is absolutely 100% known to fail. Let's try it again and hope for a better outcome. What? I'm it upsets me. What can I do? I can try to help the change and be involved. And that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking at doing. So I need to get more involved. I need to step up to the plate. And I am a working class individual. I've worked hard my whole life. I have done the jobs that a lot of other people don't want to do. I've done the things that a lot of people couldn't do. I've done these things. I understand the struggle. I understand being broke. I've been broke many a times in my adult life. I will never be poor and have never been poor. Being poor is a state of mind. That is something you decide to be. If you decide to not be poor, then you can be broke. It's temporary. Being broke is only temporary. Till you get your next paycheck, till you get your next whatever. You're always working towards a goal to better yourself. And all these people that want sympathy, that want, oh, well, boo-hoo, this didn't work for me because of this. Shut up and do the work. If you can't do the work, if you can't better yourself, something's wrong. In today's day and age, you can sit on your butt on your couch at home and better your situation if that's what you got to do. You can develop the skill set. There are a few people out there, very few, really, that can't develop the skills to better their situation. Those people fully deserve our help. Outside of that, what are you doing? What are you doing? Wake up. Have a plan. Do your best to complete those tasks. If you're working towards those goals, good things are going to happen for you. I promise you they will. If you set a goal right now and you work towards that goal, even if it's that much every day, you're working towards that goal. Good things are going to happen on your way there. If you don't try to do things, if you're not working towards a goal, if you're not trying to do things that are bettering your situation, then what's going to happen? You're either going to be stagnant or you're going to go downhill or backwards, however you want to describe that. Your situation is going to get worse. Everything around you is going to fall apart. Some of these things are simple. Personal saying has always been, stay in the fight at all costs. You lay down, you die. I mean, That's fairly true. Look at how many people when they retire, they make it a year or two. Like, without keeping yourself busy and having goals and being goal oriented and doing things that make you feel like you have purpose, then you fade away and you do it quickly. If you want to leave behind any kind of legacy, you better start yesterday. You better get on it. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I'm not, I can't tell you what to do. I will never look up to another man as a hero. I want to be that guy that people look up to. You know, I don't want to look up to somebody else. I can be inspired by someone else, but I'm not going to look up to someone as like like a hero or something. So unfortunately, just as I really get to start talking to you guys and get on a little bit of a roll here, had a couple more experiences. I guess I'll have to talk to you next week about that. But saw some things again this week. My neighbor happened to be with me for one of them, and it was interesting. I feel like I'm going to reach out to the people that are doing that off the ranch, off Skinwalker Ranch thing, because the type of places that they're looking for and looking to go, right here. There's more going on here than I'll ever know. I mean, I only see a little tiny bit of it. Like there has to be that, or I'm connected with it somehow or something. He was in West Virginia. Oh, really? I didn't even have a missed call from you or anything, dude. Dang. I would have definitely made an effort for us to get together. Man, that sucks. Yeah, I seriously didn't even have a missed call from you. No text. I didn't have a text from you either that I saw. Huh. Well, unfortunately, my phone will not charge in here anymore. This will be fixed by next week. I'm picking up a phone. I started to say earlier about there's an iPhone Plus, iPhone 14 Plus. So I think I'm gonna get that because I saw one it was for like right around $500. That's a lot, but if I get one, take care of it, that should last me at least 3 or 4 years. I think I'm not a kind of guy that upgrades my cell phone every year, and I got to spend $1,200, $1,300. I'm not that guy. As long as the cameras are good, sound is good, this stuff works, then I'm good. And you guys know I just switched this iPhone, so. Found a little kitten too. I didn't even get to tell you guys about that. Found a little kitten. It was meowing, meowing, meowing for like 3 days. I tried to catch it, couldn't catch it. Finally ended up taking the trap and trapping it. Then took it to my family reunion last weekend and gave it away. So it has a new home with a family, one of my family members on my dad's side, the Mitchell side of my family. So you guys just saw that right here, like float across. That looked huge on the screen. I could not see it with my naked eye. I mean, it's probably just a piece of lint, but I would think I would have been able to see it too. My eyes are pretty good. Pretty good. All right, even though it's super late at night, I'm still going to be trying this. I'll let you know how I like it, Elandil, and I'll go outside and have one of these with it as well. My lady would kill me if I smoke one of these in the house. All right. Like to fund? You mean find a good used Alaskan camper? Tam Stanley, a good used Alaskan. You mean the one that's already up in Alaska? Riding through West Virginia, some amazing roads and rides. There are some amazing roads here if you want to do the like California Dragon's Tail type roads that turn around and kiss your own butt as you come back around. There's some good mountain roads here. There's some nice views up in the mountains. There's a lot of places where you can go and ride, like the Hatfield-McCoy trails where you can like ride dirt bikes side by sides, 4-wheelers, things like that are really popular in that area. Harper's Ferry, is that what you're talking about? Harper's Ferry, yeah, Harper's Ferry. I haven't been there in a long time. That's more up towards the mountains. I'm in the tri-state area where I live, is Kentucky, West Virginia, Ohio, kind of where they all meet. I'm right next to where the Kanawha River meets the Ohio River, right down the road.